Morning YouTubers, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, I'm just taking a quick break from planting some tulips. I'll show you that in the next episode. I've got my coffee here. Oh, it's hot. And what I've got here is one of these questions and answers which is floating around the net. They always do it this time of year. And it was Ronald Shaw from a car park growing area who's nominated me for the 6 questions. It's a roundup challenge of 2018, and well, 6 questions are. Should we start? Oh, there's also at the end of it I've got to nominate 3 channels. Well, I've got a few crackers to nominate, so with that, let's get on to the first of these questions. What was your best crop of 2018? Well, it was, as always, my potatoes. But it was a close run thing between them and my cucumbers. I just recently done 2 30 litre buckets reveals, and I think it was about £27 of spuds that I pulled out of the 2 30 litre buckets. And that was using clover, multi-purpose, with a little bit of chromo in it, as I remember. 2 seed potatoes. There was the Carringfords that we'd actually done, and we had one bag of, I think it was £16 and one of £11, which was pretty awesome for a 30 litre bucket. Just recently done another, just done another couple of these buckets, and again around about the same sort of way, using the same potatoes. I got £29. I think it was about £17 in one bucket and 12 in another, and we still got 30 odd buckets to go through yet. And we took the tops off and just stacked them on one of the beds and covered them up, and that's all I've done. You probably noticed a few potatoes actually starting to grow out of them, which I'm going to have to pull the potato, the shoots off them, otherwise the potatoes will be ruined. But yeah, they were the best. Like I say, the cucumbers was a second, very close to me best, but no. Apparently, Muddy Boots, cucumbers was his best. I thought it was his cauliflowers, which was the best. He did some really nice cauliflowers this year, and I would have put them before the cucumbers, but then that was my preference. It's not his preference. He chose his cucumbers and he did really well, and I did just as well myself. I mean, it was a glut this year for cucumbers. It was one of them years where cucumbers did really well. So anyway, that was question 1. Question 2. What was your worst crop of the year? Well, when I say worst crop, I had two disasters really. One was the mussel butter leeks. We started them off in these polystyrene boxes that I've got, and you can get them from fishmongers, butchers. These particular things, I got them from the cafe. There was like a box, and polystyrene box, and I think frozen broccoli come in them. And they're like an insulated box, and we started the mussel butter leeks off in them, and they did really well. We got them to pencil size. We had over 300 of these inside these things. Anyway, I used 100 of them. I put 100 into my beds, and I give the rest away to all my friends. And we got them to about just a bit short of an inch in thickness, and the dreaded allium leaf miner struck, and it wiped everyone out. Not only did it wipe mine out, it wiped everybody's on the allotments. Within a week, they were all completely turned to mush, and it was pretty. After all that effort that I put into it, it was pretty bad. And then there was the broad beans. Obviously, there was another. There was a failure. Twice that happened, which we could have said. Which brings me on to question 3. What would you do different, or lessons learned in 2018? Well, it definitely would be to put debris netting over the leeks. I could have saved them, and I was going to do it, but I didn't do it. You know, you should have, would have, could have, blah blah blah. Well, I should have, and I didn't, and I probably would have had some leaks now if I hadn't done that, if I would have put the debris netting over them like I would normally do. And as for the broad beans, if I would have tied them up earlier this year, rather than just sticking them at the side of the canes, we probably would have had broad beans straight away, rather than losing them two times before getting them away on the third occasion. So you know, that was there's the lessons learned. We won't be making them mistakes next year. Moving on to question 4, what was your biggest challenge this year? Well, my biggest challenge every year is my chickens. You would have thought being the chairman of the allotments was the biggest challenge, but compared to the chickens, it's a piece of cake. Chickens, they take a lot of care. You might think, you know, you just throw them some food, water, and that's it. But you know, you've got to keep an eye on them. Chicken husbandry, you've got to make sure they're healthy, the pen's dry, they're not getting cold, constantly changing the bedding, you know, basically making sure the chicken is okay. I did a bit of a silly trick. I put 3 breeds together, and one of the breeds is it's a very aggressive bird now. As you know, I've got Rhode Island Reds, which is the bird in question. We've got Rhode Rocks and Nova Browns, and the Rhode Island Reds are bullies, and they've been bullying the other birds. And would you believe it? They're all in molt at the moment, and they've stopped breaking the eggs because they're not laying their eggs. They're just actually putting all their energy back into producing feathers, which again, it's a type. I can't believe it happens to me every time. Every time they go into I get a chickens, the first molt is always in the winter for some reason, and yeah, they're all getting new feathers now, so they'll look really well in a couple of weeks' time. But the chickens are the toughest, the biggest challenge I face on my allotment. I don't know about you guys, so if you're going to get chickens, remember, they're not an easy thing to do. They really ain't. Anyway, question 5. What are your plans for 2019? Well, I think you've seen the blue shed stuck on the middle of that bed. Well, my plans for 2019 is to get it on its new base, get the old shed moved, give that one to a friend of mine, Mark. In fact, we were down on the plot a bit earlier, removing some of the stuff out of the shed, and we took a lot of it to Cobden Street Tip, and I was just about to throw it into the big bins that they have there, when I heard this voice from behind me say, "Hey mate, what are you doing with them there?" So I'm chucking them away. So why do you want them? And I seen this guy's ears prick up, you know, the rubbish tip guy, and he went, "What are you doing, mate?" I said, "Well, they're still in my car, so they're still mine until I decide to throw them in there. So once I throw them into that bin, they're yours, aren't they?" And so he stepped back. So I said, "What do you want, mate? Take what you want." Anyway, he took what he wanted, and all I was left there was with 3 rubbish bags with nothing of consequence into them. So yeah, we didn't waste. We actually give it to someone else who basically could find a use with the stuff what was in the back of my car. So yeah, we've almost cleared all the shed. We've still got about a quarter left, and that quarter is still a lot of stuff to move. But once they were out of there, it's a matter of just dragging the shed over onto my mate's plot, and then dragging the other shed across, and hopefully we'll get that done sometime in 2019. Hopefully a bit sooner, because I've got to get all them garlic planted as well. So we've got a bit of a deadline, but yeah, that's the plans. 2019 is get that shed sorted out, and we'll be using that shed probably as a bit like studio sort of thing, where we can go and sit down, have a cup of coffee, have a natter. So I'll probably turn that into that rather than fill it full of rubbish. Or we might just take all the rubbish out of my big shed, dump it in there, and then turn that one into me sort of my office sort of thing. I don't know. I have not quite decided what to do, but I will be moving that shed early 2019. The final question: who inspired you in 2018, Matt? Well, that would be my old friend, my dear old friend who's now no longer with us, Larry Cunningham, and he was I think he was a year short of 90, and he had the best plot on the entire allotment. I've known him for 50 years. He's been coming on here for 50 years. There's another old boy, Bernard Ogden, who's been on here as well for 50 years, and they really are my best mates. I mean, I've known them from being a kid. That's how long I've been coming on here, from the age of 10. And Larry, every morning, used to say, "Top of the morning to you, Mark, top of the morning. What's your day like?" He said, "It's a wonderful day today, and it'd be hammering with rain, and it'd be gale force winds, and he'd be there with his little cloth cap, turning his beds over." Absolutely awesome he was. The point I'm making, and the reason why he inspired me, because just before he passed away, he actually dug he had 2 full plots. Now these plots are full plots, and he dug with his spade from one end to the other on both his plots. He got them immaculate. And then he said to me and my old mate Bernard, it was just coming up to Christmas, he said, "I'll see you after Christmas." He said, "I'm just going to have my knee done." He said, "I'm going to have my knee done, so I'll be fine after that." And anyway, he went into hospital to have his knee done, and they wouldn't do his knee. And they told him that his little body was riddled with cancer all the way through it. 3 weeks later, he passed away. He just turned himself off. When he didn't even know he had it, and when he realised he had it, he just went like that. That was it. He was gone. And we didn't get to say goodbye to him. But yeah, it was amazing that it was only 4 weeks previous to that he'd actually done both his plots from one end to the other. So when I hear people saying, "Oh," and the plots are a mess, and they go, "Oh, I can't do it, my back hurts me," I remind them of Larry. They shut up and then they go and do the job. So yeah, Larry inspired me this year. It was absolutely amazing guy, and it's incredible what he did there. The pain he must have been in to do what he done, but he did it. So there you go. So yeah, there you go. They're the 6 questions. So now I've got to nominate 3 channels. Nominate channels that. Oh, hang on. 3 nominated channels are. Should have rephrased that better, shouldn't I? But yeah, the 3 channels I'm going to nominate to do this challenge now is another great YouTuber, Robotic Allotment Gardener. He's had so much going on. He's got a couple of plots as well, and it's amazing how he does it. It really is. And I'd like to know what his challenges are this year, what his best crops are and everything. So yeah, that's Terry King, Robotic Allotment Gardener. I nominate you, Terry, mate. The other one is a Scouser, and I can't believe his team are at the top of the table. How did that happen? How did that happen? What's happening with United? I can't believe where we are. Still, City ain't top this week. They could be top next week. God, the 2 worst teams in the league, top, number 1 and 2. Terrible. Anyway, I'm just ribbing you. But yeah, Alan is I can't even say it. Anyhow, it comes from that red part of Liverpool. Oh God, I said it. No. Anyway, I'm nominating Alan to do this challenge, and there's one more character who's flying up there in the rankings in my mind, and that would be Guru Murphinda. He's a cracking lad, very funny. Reminds me all of Bluster Dave. It does. He's another character, but yeah, Guru Murphinda, I'm nominating him as well. I'd like to know what his 6 answers to these questions are. So that's it. Anyway, I'm going to finish this coffee off and I'm going to get back out there because it's not raining today, which is a plus. And I've got some tulips I'm planting, so I'll show you that in the next episode. Actually, it might not be the next episode. The next episode will be the end of the competition. I'll close the competition down Saturday, and we'll put all the names which have entered the competition into that generator, and we'll draw the winner. And I'll be putting that out on Sunday, so watch out for that one. Anyway, that's it for this one, folks. Thought we'd have a bit of a break there and answer these questions while we can. I'm sure there'll be more of them coming along sooner than later, but that's it for this one. Bye for now. It's a bit cold that. I think I'll have another one. A couple of these and I'll be good to go.